looks like these guys are just fixing plumbing. But what they're actually doing, they hope, could change what we know about the birth of Christianity.
So this is where we're going. It's perfect. I think we got it too.
This is a high-tech archaeological dig in Jerusalem, led by Simcha Jakubowicz.
Is Felix right where he thinks we can put our probe?
A filmmaker who made headlines 5 years ago.
This is very much the talk of Jerusalem.
With his controversial claim that he'd discovered Jesus' bones in a tomb just 200 feet from where they're digging now.
So we're going to have to carry this at the end of a 3 or 4 meter arm.
The team designed this robotic arm to mount a tiny camera that can snake through the floor of this apartment building in order to protect the sanctity of the site.
We're basically there, but not there. We're there at the controls, we're watching, we're looking, and yet we're not touching anything.
Biblical scholar James Tabor and the team watch anxiously.
All right, we have image.
As the lens travels back centuries to the time of Jesus, where they're hoping to unearth another startling find, as seen here in a new documentary for the Discovery Channel.
I haven't seen anything similar to this.
Oh, there.
What they're looking at is an ancient burial tomb full of ossuaries, limestone boxes that contain human bones.
It's almost like a moonscape feeling of something eerie. These people died 2,000 years ago, and now we are investigating how they buried their dead, what they left behind. And then the excitement of, well, will there be something we'll find, or will we find just another Jewish tomb?
Look here. Just look here very carefully. It's a fish.
Yeah, it's a fish. It's a whale. It's a whale.
It's a whale. It's Jonah.
They think what they're seeing could change our views of early Christianity.
That is a symbol of Christian resurrection.
I met up with James Tabor at the Dead Sea Scrolls exhibit in New York City. He showed me a replica of the artwork they saw on their latest treasure.
What we're understanding is the Jonah image, the tail, the body of the fish, and then this sort of funny little human stick figure coming out with the seaweed wrapped around his head.
For many Christians, the Old Testament story of Jonah and the whale has come to symbolize the resurrection of Jesus.
But if it's in fact the case, this is the earliest Christian symbol of resurrection ever found.
It would be the earliest Christian symbol. You're looking at it right here.
Or maybe you're not. Many biblical scholars don't see that at all.
When is a fish not a fish? And the answer that I provide to that is when it has handles.
Mark Goodacre of Duke University says there are other, far more likely explanations of what that image is.
It's a vessel, it's a vase that looks like many of the ones that you'll find in this period, in the early Roman period.
Wow.
Goodacre says this could simply be the power of suggestion. Take a look. Do you see a vase, or do you see that fish? And then there's this.
Stop. So that's right. That's an inscription. That's it.
Simcha and his colleagues also believe that these ancient Greek letters,
Upsilon, C, and Omega. I am lifted up, says Jesus. I am lifted up.
on another ossuary found a few feet away, refer to resurrection.
Upsal Apo Tuthanu, I would guess, from the dead.
Now, whether they were saying he rose or he will rise, we can argue about it. But the finds themselves are hard archaeology that show, new light, shed new light on the Big Bang of Christianity.
But religious scholars say it's more like the big bust.
He is seeing things that simply aren't there. In other words, his head is so full of things like the Da Vinci Code that he sees fulfillments for his own desires.
Simcha has been criticized before. 5 years ago, he made the claim that he'd found Jesus' family tomb, boxes holding the bones of Jesus, his mother, Mary Magdalene, and perhaps, as in the Da Vinci Code, Jesus' love child.
So that one is Jesus, son of Joseph.
That's Jesus, son of Joseph. This one, that says Mariamne Mara. Mariamne, also known as Mara, Mara meaning the Lordess or the female for Lord.
And now Simcha and Tabor believe that these two tombs are related. They've even written a book about it, The Jesus Discovery.
By extrapolation, you're saying that the bones traveling in that ossuary are the bones of Jesus Christ.
That's right. That's right. We have one tomb that has the bones of Jesus, and 200 feet away, people celebrating his resurrection, they're able to put this together in a way that maybe people today haven't considered.
There is no question in my mind that this tomb has nothing to do with early Christians, nor does the tomb next door have anything to do with Jesus' family.
Hey, Walter, can you drop down a bit?
The finds are the finds. I think we are being distracted by some scholars who are kind of in theological trauma to start talking about what's not important. What's important is what light do these finds shed on the origins of Christianity.
There.
Where? Yes, that's right. This is the cross.
The cross.
Oh, yeah.
These finds take us back into the time of Jesus and put it back into the historical context of Judea, Jerusalem, where he lived.
What it all means could well be debated for the next 2,000 years.